The magic of the petal smile. In the heart of Willowberry Lane sat the Gloom Bloom, a flower shop that had forgotten how to grow. The petals were dusty, the ribbons were frayed, and the air smelled more like old cardboard than fresh jasmine. Rosalind, the owner, sat behind the counter with a heavy sigh that seemed to wilt the nearby daisies. She loved flowers, but her heart had become as dry as a pressed leaf. No one had visited her shop in days, and the open sign felt like a lie. Just as Rosalind was about to flip the sign to "Closed Forever," a woman in a sharp business suit marched in. She looked at a batch of roses and frowned. Rosalind didn't look up. She just muttered, "Those are expensive and probably won't last." The woman huffed, checked her watch, and walked straight back out. Rosalind felt a lump in her throat. Even when people came in, they didn't stay. She felt like a failure hidden behind a forest of thorns. That evening, Rosalind stared at her ledger. The numbers were small and red, like drops of ink from a weeping pen. She put her head in her hands and cried. "Why does the world feel so cold?" she whispered to the empty room. She was ready to pack her scissors and give up on her dream of filling the neighborhood with color. The silence of the shop was the loudest thing she had ever heard. The bell chimed softly. It was Silas, a regular who usually only bought a single carnation. Silas was an elderly man with eyes that crinkled like old parchment when he spoke. He saw Rosalind's tear-stained face and didn't ask about the flowers. Instead, he pulled an old, leather-bound book from his pocket. "Rosalind," he said gently, "you are trying to sell beauty with a face full of gray clouds. People don't just buy flowers. They buy how flowers make them feel." Silas leaned over the counter. "I once read the words of a wise man named Dale Carnegie," he whispered. "He said that a smile costs nothing but creates much. It enriches those who receive without impoverishing those who give. Rosalind, your shop is dark because your light is off. Try a secret weapon tomorrow. Greet every single soul with the brightest smile you own, even if you have to fake it at first." The next morning, Rosalind stood before her cracked mirror. She tried to smile, but it looked like a grimace. "This is silly," she grumbled. She practiced again and again. Her cheeks ached. She felt like a fraud. How could a simple curve of the lips fix a failing business? She wanted to hide in the back room, but she remembered Silas's kind eyes and decided to try, just for one day. The door creaked open. A small boy walked in, looking nervously at his muddy shoes and clutching a single crumpled dollar bill. He looked sad, as if he had lost a treasure. Rosalind felt her old grumpiness rising. $1 wouldn't buy much, but then she remembered Silas. She took a deep breath and beamed at the boy. "Hello there. What a wonderful day to find something special," she said, her voice singing. The boy's eyes widened. He stopped looking at his muddy shoes and smiled back. "I want to get a flower for my mom because she's tired," he whispered. Rosalind's heart melted. She picked the brightest yellow daisy in the shop, trimmed it, and added a sparkling blue ribbon for free. The boy skipped out of the shop, his smile even brighter than the flower. Suddenly, the shop didn't feel so dusty anymore. Word began to spread. People didn't just come for the roses, they came for the sunlight lady who made them feel like they were the most important person in the world. Rosalind smiled at the grumbling postman, the hurried teacher, and the lonely neighbor. By noon, she was laughing with a young couple looking for wedding bouquets. Her smile wasn't fake anymore. It was a bridge connecting her heart to theirs. At closing time, Silas returned. Rosalind showed him the ledger. The red ink was gone, replaced by long rows of black numbers. Her sales hadn't just grown, they had doubled in a single day. "The flowers are the same as yesterday, Silas," Rosalind said, her face glowing. "But the shop is full." Silas nodded. "The flowers didn't change, Rosalind. You did. You realized that a smile is the only thing in the world that doubles when you share it."